my life where like I'm so uninterested. Is it just me or am I like in the point of my life where like I'm so uninterested in men, but I also want a man so bad. Like I want a man so bad, but I'm so uninterested. Like every man that comes my way, I don't respond. I don't flirt back. I just don't care. Like I don't care to put forth the energy. Like I don't. A nice man has came my way, and I still just been like, cool, because I'm good. But then I lay in my bed at night alone, and I want a man so bad. So like, what's wrong with me?
What's happening, black man? What you're staring at is the wall. That's the wall. That's what they'll be seeing. That's what she'll be seeing pretty soon, is the wall. See, the wall is, when referring to women, typically signifies a metaphorical barrier that represents the point in a woman's life where her perceived attractiveness significantly declines. It's often associated with certain age, usually considered to be around mid-30s, and making it harder to find a partner. It's often considered a negative and misogynistic term. Now, when you look at the wall, they think it's something that we came up with, black men. They think that if you tell them what the wall is, they'll point their fingers at you and say, well, you can't say this, as if you made it up. As if you're the reason, as if you're the problem. It's a societal standard. It's based off societal norms and beauty standards in mainstream society. It's everywhere in mainstream society. Everywhere. You don't get a man in your 20s and you're playing around, it's going to be harder for you in your 30s. Why is it going to be harder for you in your 30s? Because men, typically, when they're looking for a woman, they want to have children and they want to start early. They don't want to be 40 with young kids. They don't want to be 50 with young. They want to be 40 and 50 years old with grown adult children, so they can live the rest of their years having some, having some fun, traveling the world, relaxing, whatever it is. Their later years, they can relax. You getting out here in your 30s and 40s and wanting a family is insane.
She's washed up too.
Did you hear her? Oh, she likes a guy, but this guy, she don't really like him. You know, she's not trying to put in no work. She wants a man, but she's not trying to chase him. Okay, you don't want a man, you don't want to compete for him. Cool, that's fine. You had a nice man enter your life, but you didn't like him. Why? Why you didn't get under his program? Why you didn't get with that guy? Because you didn't like him. You see, here's the thing, black man. This is what I told y'all about plenty of times. I'm going to do another video on this. I told y'all enough plenty of times. They're telling you in your face that if you're not a gangbanger, criminal, drug dealer, thug, that they're not checking for you.
Message.
They've been telling you that. You're starting to realize that now. So therefore, if you do pop up in her life, she doesn't like you, but she will deal with you based off of things that you can do for her. So if you helping her pay rent, buying her stuff, yeah, she'll let you be there. She'll stick around with you. But let's say you lose your job. Let's say you lose your career, business, whatever it is that you do to get money. Oh, yeah, it's a problem now. Oh, and don't think about asking her for money. Oh, yeah, you've been spending on her, and all of a sudden, now you need some help. Now you need some money to get back on your feet because you done lost everything. And you say, hey, let me get $1,500. And not only do you say, can I get $1,500? You say, can I get $1,500 as a loan? Even though it shouldn't be no loan, all the things you've done for her, she should be able to reciprocate. But no, you tell her it's a loan. You know what she says? No. Not only does she says no, she breaks up with you for asking. Okay, cool. Oh, but the guy that she does like, the guy that's not in a relationship with her, the guy that's not spending no money on her, the Pookie, right, comes into her life and say, hey, let me get $1,500. Now, we know they're broke, but I'm saying if they did have it, they'll give it to him. And guess what? He wouldn't even be saying as a loan. He's saying, give it to me. She'll give it to him. She will absolutely give it to him. See, in that rat community, there's a bubble. There's a bubble in that rat community. It's like a dome over that rat community. Out here is where the real world exists. In that bubble, in that rat community, it's nothing but delusion. Why you think every time they leave that rat community and come out here into society, they always getting in trouble? Oh, they don't understand that you can't put your hands on people. They don't understand that you can't steal. They don't understand that you can't be speeding. They don't understand that you need a license to drive. That's the reason why they crash out when they leave that rat community. Because in that rat community, it's nothing but dysfunction and degenerate behavior in there. Things never get better. So when they decide to leave the rat community and they think that they want more, they crash out when they get out here. So when you're explaining the world to them, and you're trying to help them out, like, listen, stop playing around. Oh, you don't like guys? You don't like chasing after them, or you want a man, but you're just not interested. Okay, cool. Be a narcissist all you want. This has nothing to do with with them exercising options. This has all to do with them being lazy. That's the reason why they're at the bottom. Becky, Ling Ling, Maria will always live better than them because they understand that the guy is the prize. They're not sitting around talking about they're not looking for this guy, or they want a man, but they don't really want him. They're not sounding that ridiculous. So when she decides in her 30s, right, that she actually want a man in her mid-30s, when she turned 40, that she actually want a man and she wants to be around a guy, and it's too late. It's too late. You got to go to the shizzy. You know what the shizzy is? You got to go to the shelter. You got to get a guy out the shelter. And even the shelter guy is going to say, hey, I need some money. You got to pay for a man. And that's what you're seeing a lot now. You're seeing a lot of them pay for men. The little bit of chips, a little bit of change they got, they out here paying for guys. Because they're that desperate now. Because of this attitude. Peace.
It's a wrap.